Hey guys, what's up? It's All About Mike 18 here with my top 10 favorite films of summer 2013 video. Guys, this video is a couple of days late, so I do apologize for that. But anyway guys, yes, unfortunately the summer movie season is over. I know it sucks. The summer movie season has and always will be my favorite part of the year in regards to movies. I mean, I think we all just have so much fun during the summer when we go to the movies. There are so many fun and entertaining films that come out during the summer, and it's just this time of the year is a lot of fun. And since the summer movie season is over, guys, I felt like putting together a top 10 list of my personal favorite films of this summer. And so yeah, guys, I did this last year, and I did see a lot of movies this summer. I saw a lot more than 10, which is why I put together a top 10 list. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and thank you guys for watching. But anyway, before I give you my picks, guys, I have 10 films here, and I also have one honorable mention. I have all the posters right here for these movies. And I want to address a few things, guys, before I get into my picks. So if you don't want to hear me talk for a few minutes, skip to my picks. If you do, just keep watching me. Anyway, a few things I want to mention, guys. There are a lot of films I did not see this summer, however. You're going to ask me, where's Star Trek Into Darkness? Where's The World's End? You're going to ask me, where are those movies? I didn't see them, so they're obviously not going to be on my list. And another thing, this list is my personal opinion. This list is not based on anyone else's opinion or on the Rotten Tomatoes scores for these movies. This is my personal opinion. Another thing I wanted to address, the movies that are in my list, they are all summer blockbusters. There are two other movies I did see this summer that were really, really good, but they weren't summer blockbusters. And those two movies were The Butler and Fruitvale Station, which is sitting right behind me. I liked those movies a lot. Fruitvale Station is my favorite film of the year so far, but those two movies, those are both dramas. Fruitvale Station is an indie, so I didn't want to put them on my list. I just wanted to make this list of the summer blockbusters only. So there are action movies in this list, there's a comedy, and there's a few horror movies. So that's what this list is made up of. Not any dramas. So The Butler and Fruitvale Station, they will most likely make my top 10 list at the end of the year, but as of right now, this list is just for the summer blockbusters. And one other thing I wanted to bring up, guys, I know I have to mention these things really quickly. This list, I put the movies in order on this list from 1 to 10. In terms of how much I enjoyed them. My number 1 film is the film I enjoyed the most. My number 10 film is the film I enjoyed the least. Because you're going to see this list and you're going to see, let's say for example, my number 2 pick I gave an 8, and my number 3 pick I gave a 9. You're going to ask me, why is the number 3 movie, which you gave a 9, lower than the number 2 movie, which you gave an 8? I didn't look at the ratings as I put this list together, guys, that I gave for all these movies. I put this list together based off of how much I enjoyed these films. So I just wanted to make that clear, guys. Some of you might have been a little confused on that. This list is based off of how much I enjoyed these summer movies. So anyway, guys, I talked long enough about how I put this list together. Let's get into my actual picks of my top 10 favorite films of the summer. As I said, I have an honorable mention. Number 11, my honorable mention, I really enjoyed this movie, great horror film, and when I watched it, I said to myself, this is possibly the redemption year for horror movies. Number 11, my honorable mention, is You're Next. I had a lot of fun watching You're Next. Such a great slasher horror movie. It didn't scare me, but it was a great slasher film. Really bloody and gory. The main female lead in this movie, Sharni Vincent, gave a really good performance. I really enjoyed her, and the score was excellent. So number 11 is You're Next, a really fun horror movie. It really surprised me, actually. So really good movie. Next up, guys, number 10. Starting off this list in a really strong way, number 10 is The Wolverine. Now, The Wolverine would have been much higher up on my list, but I was never a huge fan of the X-Men movies. However, The Wolverine was a really good X-Men movie. It was a great Wolverine standalone movie because the other X-Men weren't in it. Things I liked about the movie. I loved the setting in Japan. I thought the story was very well written overall. Hugh Jackman is always phenomenal as Wolverine. He was born to play that role. The action sequences were so much fun. They were really well filmed. The train sequence was awesome. And definitely, by far, the best part of this movie has got to be the post-credit scene, in my opinion. Best post-credit scene of the whole entire year so far. I can't wait to watch X-Men Days of Future Past. The Wolverine was awesome. It gets my number 10 pick. Next up, guys, number 9 is, it has like a whole bunch of things mixed into it. It's an action movie, it's a thriller, it's kind of horrifying, it's kind of fun, and it is, number 9 is World War Z. Brad Pitt definitely carried this movie, and it was really fun. Like I said, I gave this movie a 7.5. I gave The Wolverine like an 8.25. I enjoyed World War Z more than I did The Wolverine. This movie was a lot of fun. Definition of a fun summer blockbuster is World War Z for sure. The action sequences were cool. The score / soundtrack was really good. And what I really enjoyed about this movie was how intense it was, especially that last scene in that hospital place. That was awesome. And I'm definitely looking forward to a sequel. World War Z was awesome. I really enjoyed it. Number 8, guys, is the first horror film I saw this summer that really blew me away. This is definitely the year of horror movies so far. One of the best years in recent memory, that is. Number 8 is The Conjuring. The Conjuring, oh man, James Wan, he's directed this movie. He knows how to direct a horror movie. He did a great job with The Conjuring. He did an amazing job with Insidious. I can't wait for Insidious Chapter 2. The Conjuring was fantastic. The story was honestly the best part of this movie. It was so well written. It was just clever throughout. It was a really good possession / kind of exorcist movie in a way, you know? It was a really good ghost movie. It was a really good horror movie. This movie had a lot of creepy scenes in it, and it genuinely scared me twice. I jumped twice in this movie, which is very hard to do for a horror movie nowadays. Horror movies rarely scare me nowadays. The Conjuring succeeded, and Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga were excellent. Patrick Wilson especially, he was excellent. Really strong performances. I loved The Conjuring. Really good summer movie. Number 7, guys, is one of the funniest comedies I've seen in a while. It's the funniest comedy I've seen since 21 Jump Street, and has one of the best ensemble casts of the year. Number 7 is This Is the End. Oh my god, I could not get over how hysterically funny this movie was from beginning to end. Definitely one of the best parts of This Is the End was the whole entire cast. Just seeing all these actors together on the big screen in this like apocalyptic world in James Franco's house, that was so much fun. I mean, this movie is so funny. The story was great. All the performances were great. The film references in this movie were amazing. And Danny McBride stole the show in this movie. He was funny as hell. And I love This Is the End. I can't wait to watch it again. Such a fun and entertaining summer movie. And I loved it. It was such a great comedy. Next up, guys, number 6. Possibly the best visually stunning film of the summer. Number 6, I got the poster right behind me. Number 6 is Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim, I really had a fun time watching this visually stunning and visually mind-blowing film. Guillermo del Toro directed this movie. He knows how to film a good action sequence. The action sequences were not only visually stunning, but they were also very well filmed. And the movie as a whole was very well directed, in my opinion. Just seeing these huge robots known as the Jaegers fight these monsters known as the Kaiju in these like streets and in the water, it was so awesome. What else did I enjoy about this movie? The story was good for the most part. What I really loved about this movie were the action sequences, of course. It's such a visually stunning and mind-blowing action movie, and it is this year's answer to Transformers for sure. And the visuals in this movie were as good, if not better, than the visuals in Transformers. I was really impressed with them. I would have put this movie up higher on my list, but it's not as memorable as I thought it would be. And it does have some flaws, but overall I really, really enjoyed Pacific Rim, and I would look forward to seeing a sequel. Really enjoyed it. Number 5, guys, that's it. We have entered the top 5 of my list. Number 5 is a film that pissed off so many people. It's probably the biggest disappointment according to a lot of people, but for me, I really enjoyed it. Number 5 is Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 was a great way to finish off the Iron Man trilogy. Robert Downey Jr. is excellent as always. I know everyone was pissed off about the plot twist. That was upsetting to me in a way, but in a way, I still thought it was genius. The movie as a whole was very well directed. I like what they did with it. The story was good. I thought the movie was very funny. The action sequences, this is the best action-packed Iron Man film in the franchise, in my opinion. The action sequences were great. The visuals were great. The score by Brian Tyler was great. I really enjoyed Iron Man 3, and at first I didn't like how they ended it, but now I look back and I really do like how they ended it. I can't wait to pick it up on Blu-ray. I thought it was really good. And I didn't read the comics, guys, which is why I gave Iron Man 3 number 5. So yeah, Iron Man 3 number 5, you may disagree with that, but as I said, guys, this is my opinion. Now, number 4 is a film that I saw the first time. I thought it was... I saw it only once, and I thought it was good. And the more I think about it, the more I like it, and that's why it got such a high place on my list. Number 4, I call it Pixar's comeback. Number 4 is Monsters University. This is definitely Pixar's comeback film. I haven't seen a Pixar film since Toy Story 3, and when I saw Monsters University this year, I was blown away. I was so impressed with it. It was a great prequel to Monsters, Inc., a really good Pixar film. I really had a fun time watching this movie. The animation is stunning. I love seeing the characters come back. I love seeing the new characters in this movie. And this is just such a heartwarming and really funny film that everybody will love. Everyone of any age will love Monsters University for sure. And I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait to watch this movie again. And the more I think about it, the more it reminds me of the good old days of Pixar and how just how amazing Pixar really is, and how much Pixar has just really blown me away with their movies, because they have by far the best animated films I've ever seen. So Pixar, you outdone yourself again with Monsters University, my number 4 pick. Now, guys, we have entered the top 3. I have 3 movies left. My third favorite film of summer 2013 is the one movie that really impressed me with how great the action was. Number 3 is Man of Steel. Man of Steel was such a fun action movie. When I saw it, I was so impressed. I was like this. As the action scenes were going on, Superman was fighting Zod and that Faora chick. I mean, that was awesome. Man of Steel was so much fun. One of the most fun and entertaining summer movies of the summer. The story had a few problems, but overall I thought it was good. My biggest problem was probably the characters, but overall I thought it was well directed by Zack Snyder. Hans Zimmer's score, man, is just beautiful as always. Michael Shannon was amazing as Zod. I thought Henry Cavill did a really good job as Superman for the most part. Russell Crowe was great. The action scenes were amazing. The visuals were stunning. And I really can't wait to see a sequel. This movie had its flaws. It upset the critics, but overall I really enjoyed it, and I am looking forward to a sequel for sure. I can't wait to see what they do next with this movie, and I'm looking forward to it. So Man of Steel was a really fun and entertaining movie. It's not on the same level as the Batman movies, definitely not, but it's still really fun, and I can't wait to see Man of Steel 2 now because Batman is in Man of Steel 2. So yeah, guys, Man of Steel was awesome. You may disagree with that. I really enjoyed it. The fans really loved it. I really loved it. It was such a great Superman movie. Number 2, guys, here we are. We have arrived at my top 2. My number 2 pick is the one movie I was so shocked the critics gave this movie terrible reviews. I'm so pissed off this movie made like no money at the box office. It was a big flop, but I really enjoyed it. It was an amazing sequel. Number 2 is Kick-Ass 2. Oh man, Kick-Ass 2 is by far the award for the most fun movie of the summer goes to Kick-Ass 2 in my opinion. My number 1 pick was better than Kick-Ass 2. It was a better made movie, but Kick-Ass 2 was more fun. I had so much fun watching this movie. It was a great sequel to Kick-Ass, which was a really fun, entertaining comic book movie. I love the Kick-Ass movies. I would look forward to a third film. Chloe Grace Moretz steals the show as Hit Girl, as always. She does a great job in this. I love what they did with the characters. I think they upped the action, and it was great. The action scenes were really fun. The humor was good for the most part. I liked the MFer as the main villain. He was great. And this was just such a fun movie, you know. I was just so impressed by how entertaining it was and how much I was drawn into it. And another thing, the score was great. So I really enjoyed Kick-Ass 2. Definitely deserves my number 2 spot. And don't listen to the critics on this one. It was such a great movie. I can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray. I really, really, really enjoyed it. So Kick-Ass 2, number 2. And finally, guys, my number 1 favorite film of the summer 2013 movie season. This is the one movie where I'll look back next summer or next year or at the end of this year, and I'm gonna say this was the movie of the summer 2013 movie season. Definitely, for sure. You've been looking at the poster behind me the whole video. My number one pick is Neil Blomkamp's Elysium. Now, I know a lot of you are going to disagree with me on this, but this is my opinion. I'm sticking with it. I loved Elysium from beginning to end. This was such a well-done sci-fi action thriller. I loved Elysium. So many good things going for this movie. Neil Blomkamp has really impressed me as a director for sci-fi films. District 9 was amazing, and so was Elysium. I can't wait to see what he does next. Elysium blew me away with the cast. The cast was great. Shartel Copley was amazing. He was by far the best villain of the year, for sure. I loved him as the main villain in this movie. Matt Damon was awesome as well. The story writing was excellent. I was so drawn into this movie from beginning to end, and I was just impressed by what they did with the story and what they did with the characters. There were a few plot twists in the movie that were great. The amount of violence and gore was amazing. I love how that's all added into Neil Blomkamp's movies. This movie is very creative and original, and the action scenes and the visuals were amazing. Elysium is such an original and fun sci-fi film. It's my favorite film in the summer, and it's so far one of my favorite films of the year. I really loved Elysium, and I can't wait to watch it again. I wanted to go see it again in the theaters, but unfortunately it was taken out. That's how much I enjoyed Elysium. And that does it, guys. That is my top 10 favorite films of summer 2013, guys. What did you guys... I have a couple questions for you guys to leave down below in the comments. What did you guys think of my picks? First off, did you like them? Did you hate them? It's okay, but just don't be too hurtful towards my opinion. Also, guys, let me know down below in the comments, what are your top 10 favorite films of the summer? If you don't have 10, what are your 15? What are your 5 favorite? And if you don't have that many, what was your favorite film of the summer? Let me know down below, guys. Talk anything you want to talk to me about in regards to movies. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. I hope you enjoyed my list. I hope you enjoyed my picks. And I hope you guys enjoyed the summer movie season. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye.